yellow feet. But we're not making a basic Huggy, right? Our version will wear bandages from a previous fight with the player. To make the bandages pop more, we'll add black outlines. We can also add dark blue lines that heavily remind of fur. And Huggy is super dangerous. Oh, he also needs a dangerous face. Much better. The final step is to make him even more damaged. I'm using a Dremel to cut away a section of his left arm. I'll also sand away on his head to make him appear extremely battle-worn. And when compared to the reference image, I give him a 7 out of 10. For Huggy, I'll build a conveyor belt where he can chase the player. But be aware, if you don't subscribe, he'll capture the player before he can explore each subfloor and will never see the final end boss. We might only ever see Kissy. We can use the same pieces as for Huggy, just that this time they are completely pink. Boom! Now we can swap the hands, paint the feet, paint the eyes, and add the iconic red lip. And Kissy could low-key already be finished. But I have to rip off one arm again to make it show accurate. And since it's a plushie, you can see the wool coming out of the arm stump. Plus she's also heavily damaged on her right ear. For her, I'll build a hangar-like room where she can meet Huggy at last. Ooh, this is not game accurate. So let's quickly move on to the next character. For Giblet, we need to swap the brown torso with an olive green one. Then we'll take brown arms and dark brown hands. And finally, we'll get a 3D printed head. But since this torso is inaccurate, we'll take some nail polisher. And look at this, the print is gone. This means we can start painting the torso. First up, I'll make a rough sketch with a pencil. This makes painting much easier because now I can simply retrace the lines with a black brush stroke. Step 2 is to add all the other colors. Alrighty, the torso is finished, and look at this. We've got patches, a detailed coat, and arm printing. Now it's time to paint the head. First up is the color brown. We have to be really careful to not paint into the other regions, such as the eye or the eye patch. But once this is done, you can paint the remaining sections, such as the white eye, the black nose, or the black eye patch that goes around the entire head. But the hardest part is undoubtedly going to be the iris. I have to paint a literal cross with a black dot in the middle, but we also mastered this task. The final step is to add a lot of stitches and patches all across the head, because Giblet is a really worn teddy bear. As an accessory, he'll get his walking stick. I used a microphone to create the knob on top. For Giblet, I'll create the recycling area. It features a wooden pallet, a few storage boxes, and a place to hide from the prototype.
Oh boy.
But before we meet him, we have to escape Lily Lovebraids. Now look at her body shape. A Lego Friends minifigure is actually perfect for her, but instead of normal hair, we'll of course use a 3D printed hairpiece. Oh man, it doesn't work because of this stud. Now we can easily attach the hairpiece. The next step is to paint this puppet. First up, we gotta cover the braids in purple. And whilst they are drying, we can paint the minifigure. This means a purple t-shirt. On top, we can add a black skirt. The next step is to paint black socks and purple shoes. The final touch are the stars on her chest and her socks. They are low-key the hardest thing I've painted so far in this video. I mean, just look at how tiny they are. And we of course also can't forget about the white triangles on her skirt. And now, Lily is almost finished. But currently, she looks more like a nerd than a villain. So I'll take her head, rub off the current print, and replace it with an extremely unsettling stare. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lily is finished, and compared to the reference image, we did an amazing job. For her, I'll build a section of the puppet house where she can invite others to join her tea party. She invites Kissy, the player, and a special guest, our final character. And since the prototype reminds me of a spider, I'll attach 6 spiky legs to a cobweb. On top, I'll add the base for further construction. On the back and on the sides, I'm gonna add the fur from Catnap. We also have a spike in the back. On either side, I'll add 2 canisters of poppy gas because the prototype is collecting fragments from each toy. In the front, he also has the arms from Huggy and Kissy, plus the arm from Mummy Longlegs. And finally, we'll add a single plate, plus the upper part from Gestro from Nexo Knights. Compared to the reference image, the minifigure is not accurate. So instead of Gestro, I'll use a blue torso with red arms and grey hands. I'll use a skeleton head and the head from this Ninjago skeleton. But since it's still inaccurate, I'll take this section and paint it accurately. And step 1 is to rub away the print using nail polisher. This always takes a bit of time, but it works like a dream. Now I can take the pencil and create an outline. And it's time for the paint. I'll once again retrace the pencil strokes with black color. This just makes everything else easier. Next up is the white shirt and the red tie. This part isn't 100% accurate, since it's still a minifigure and not a model. Step 2 is to rip off the first arm and place it on a flick fire missile. This makes painting much easier and I can quickly customize both arms. But before I paint the face, I'll quickly add the third and final floppy point so I can put it into the oven. 1 hour at 70 degrees Celsius. Let's wait. In the meantime, we can create the head. I'll use the backside of a skeleton head. First up, I'll paint 2 gigantic black holes for the eyes. Now, I'll add the super wide evil grin. And I gotta say, these teeth are even more difficult than Lily's stars. But I advise you try it, because it's 100% worth it. Now I can get the Jester head and finish the prototype. First up, I'll add a white base layer. This one is necessary because we want a clean yellow section and neat bells. Painting the head has to be the simplest step of designing the entire prototype. And this is one very accurate character. For him, I'll build a train chase scene where the player gets attacked by the prototype in a train. This finishes the Poppy Playtime skyscraper, and I can't wait to show you my Super Mario characters, so make sure to subscribe. See ya!
Where are my leaves? What the? Let's just come over here to my slime factory. And, oh my god, it's still running. And if I could grab some slime... Oh, I said some, not a whole inventory. And if I do this... Hold on. Am I dumb? I swear you could craft leads with slime balls. Huh? Oh wait, you need some string. Yeah, there we go. Nice. And I probably don't need any of those balls because I already got a giant pair myself. My jokes really suck. So now we just have to locate a dolphin and there's 4. Come here. Yeah. Oh, I feel so bad. This is so cruel. Just trust me. I'm taking you guys to a better home. Oh, wait a second. I haven't even let the water down yet. Oh, no. Look at them. What the heck? Okay, let's put them in the water so they don't suffocate or something. And I'm going to try to trap them so they can't escape. Okay, this isn't going to work. I'll just find some more dolphins. I'll set you guys free. Oh my, there's turtles right here too. Okay, I'll take those guys up there as well. And let's let it rain water. Yo, let's go fill up the entire ocean. There it goes. That looks really cool. Now just imagine this entire thing filled with water. It's going to look pretty unreal. So let's do that real quick. And the ocean is completely filled in. This is pretty crazy. And I already know we have some custom animals built around this ocean, but imagine this entire place just completely filled from top to bottom with live fish and animals and dolphins and just swimming turtles. That would be so cool. But before I do that, I really need to fix this area. Alright, I managed to fix up all of the water in the ocean, well, at least most of it. I left a lot of ones that I don't care about, like right here. I mean, it's just so tedious, even though I just did it. But that took me a very long time. But now let's start getting some life into this ocean. Fully completed. Alright, I got myself some name tags, an anvil, and a bunch of stairs so I can build a huge staircase all the way up to the top there. Or I'll just shove them through the glass, actually. Let's name all of these turtles. I got Carter, Ethan, Trevor, and Ryan. Can lead turtles? Bruh. I think they like seagrass. Oh yeah, they do. And these guys move insanely slow. Holy cow, it's gonna take a while to get over there. And we finally made it. That took so long. So now let's just break it opening so they can enter the ocean and get their new home. Let's go, Trevor. You can do it. Yes. Ryan, get in there. And there we go. And you guys might have realized I left Carter and Ethan because moving forward is too much. I can just breed them and they can have babies. And where's the baby? Oh, they got lay eggs. Never mind. I guess that doesn't work. Next up, let's finally start moving my dolphins. And there's a bunch over here that I can steal. I'm pretty sure I could just walk them all the way over there and they won't die. Just be a quick journey without air. Get into your new home. Let's go. Yes. Let's name one Michael. Let's name one Chad. And let's name this guy Giga Chad. And there we have the dolphins. Trevor over here is really missing his home though. He's just staring off in the distance like, man, I used to live over there and now I'm stuck in this hell place. Sorry, bro. Anyways, let's start moving some squids. They're probably gonna die really quickly out of water, so I got a few water buckets with me. Let's go, squids. Look how weird they look. They're just being dragged across the sand. They must have a big rash on their forehead. Oh no, they're dying. Okay, here's the water. Live, buddies. Wait a second. I just realized, why am I moving squid when they probably will naturally spawn in that giant tank of water? Yeah, I should probably stop getting distracted and start moving them. And there we go. Welcome to your new home, daddies. I really need to stop calling inanimate objects in Minecraft dad. It's actually getting really weird. And these guys will be named Blake, Blakey, and Blake with a 3 because I wasn't creative enough to come up with a better name. So next up on the list, let's collect a bunch of water buckets. And let's start collecting some tropical fish. I know there's over 20 different types of fish, so I'm going to try to catch them all. See what I did there? Catch them all. Okay. And now, let's start filling up this entire custom ocean with all of the fish I collected. Look at all the damn fishies! This custom ocean is starting to look a lot like an ocean, which is, the goal. Now there's 2 more mobs I want to collect. The polar bear and the axolotl. The axolotls are easy because I already have this giant axolotl pool, so let's just yoink a bunch of these guys. I'm sorry. And since axolotls are murderers and they will kill all of these fish here, I think I'm gonna hide them inside of this ocean monument here. So let's make sure there's no openings and let's block it up with some glass so they can't escape and they will all